Hello, beautiful angels. It's Tessa of Akashic Soul Healing. Today is our third week, and I'm excited to work with you. And hopefully, you're doing your homework, journaling with your records. And as we start this session for your third week, we're going to do our meditation. So let's get comfortable. And you can hold some crystal, and I'm gonna introduce you to this beautiful apophyllite. Can you feel this energy? This holds the Akashic records, so if you could find some apophyllite, it's really cool to meditate and be surrounded with these beautiful energies. So get into your position, close your eyes, and I'm gonna do this sacral crystal bowl. Take some deep breaths, inhale and exhale. Focus on your breath. Let go of any concerns of the day, any thoughts, worries, or fear. Let go and breathe. Be here now. Go into your heart space. As we gather here today, we call forth the Ascended Masters, Lord Melchizedek, the Great White Brotherhood of Light, the seven Chohans of the seven rays, Saint Germain and the Violet Flame. Envision the violet flame around us, and the healing energies of the amethyst. We ask Saint Germain to transmute all energy that is not of light, releasing any fear, blockages from all timelines, dimensions, space, and reality. Any karma from past lives, any bondages, any entities and souls that are attached to our energy fields. We ask these energies to go back to the source of love and light. We call forth our higher selves and our body Davis Spirit higher selves in the energy fields to fully open and receive these angels' light attunements coming from the diamond portal of the angels' realm. Envision the diamond portal in the heavens with Archangel Michael and the blue We ask Archangel Michael for protection and to cut any cords of attachments to people, places, and things that are not serving our highest good. We thank Archangel Michael for these attunements of the angels, receiving this beautiful diamond blue light, attuning us, activating our crown chakra, our pineal gland that sits in the hollow groove of your left and right brain, linking us to our divine blueprints, the Akashic records. We ask Archangel Metatron to open the cosmic portal and shower us with this universal golden orange light, shining upon us, recalibrating our DNA into our multi-dimensional selves. Feel that expansion, that electric pulse in our cellular level of consciousness and memories. Increasing the vibrations of our love and light, raising our kundalini, awakening all trillion cells of our body, bringing us pure intention, pure light and awareness. We call forth our spiritual teams and guides, our loved ones, our ancestors from other dimensions to create a safe and sacred space for our healing. We call forth the benevolent beings of light, the Pleiadians, Sirians, the Arcturians, Orions, the Zolkins, and Andromedans. We call forth Archangel Raphael and the Green Ray to bring us healing in our body, mind, heart, spirit, and soul. We call forth the crystals and their divas, the elementals, to assist us in our ascension process, grounding our universal light, this beautiful cosmic light that we are receiving from the Akashic fields, bringing us to remembrance of our home. We ask Archangel Sandalphon to ground us, bringing abundance in this incarnation. We call forth the goddesses, Goddess Isis, Mother Mary, Goddess Kuan Yin, Goddess Lakshmi, to nurture our feminine energy, bringing us inner strength, empowerment, and courage to move forward. We call forth the fairies, your soul's vibration in all lifetimes. We ask for healing to teach us how to release and clear our energy systems for our purification stage. We ask the assistance of all the masters of light in our healing process. We ask for effortlessness, that it will be bring to us this healing with grace and ease, to release those energies that are not needed, that are not supporting us for our highest good. We thank the Lords of the Akashic Records for bringing us together, calling us to be a part of this soul's journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The records are now open. The records are now open. The records are now open. And you can slowly open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you for being a part of my soul's journey, and we are in this together. And my intention in creating this is to extend my healing and love to you, wherever you are and whatever you are going through, that I could assist you in your ascension process. So tonight I'm doing a recap of your access to your records. So as we go into this journey, we're going to go deeper, and we're going to assist you in clearing and releasing your energies that are not serving your highest good. So when you open your records, remember to create a sacred space. So that's your sacred space. You can light up a candle, have some lovely music. You could do meditation. You could have your crystals around you, and anything that you are doing to create your zen. So after you create your space, you could have your questions and intentions for your healing, whatever that is. Usually it's your relationships with your family members, your friends, your co-workers, whatever is happening in your field. So that you could ask questions. You could ask the contracts, like what is it, what's the contract between me and this person in this lifetime, and what is, the lesson in this situation. So what happened is, the person that is in front of you that triggers you is your blessing, because through that person you are receiving the purest form of your the highest, the purest intention for your soul. For example, if you've come here and your contract is to learn forgiveness, obviously we're going to experience chaos, difficulty with someone, conflicts. So then we could experience forgiveness, total forgiveness, also towards ourselves and others. So we're releasing a lot of karma, like bondages and attachments to this field. So our energy, our vibrations are increasing the level of our consciousness. So let's talk about vibrations, so you could understand how everything works. So everything is energy. I would need my So when we talk about energy, I'm not sure if you're receiving this one here. There we go, that's better. So everything is energy. So our body, our plants, our crystals, everything has energy, and it is energy, made of energy. So when we talk about that, we need to recognize our vibrations. So the vibrations is our leverage. Like this will tell us how we are doing and how we are calibrating in our consciousness. So for example, basically the energies that we are exhibiting are coming from either love or fear. So this is the light. Love is light and fear is shadow. So what happens if you're experiencing emotions that are of the shadow, like anger, depression, anxiety, worry? Those vibrations are bringing you down. So literally, it's bringing you down. And the love energy is elevating you. Like courage, these beautiful emotions that we experience when we're happy, joy, peaceful, enlightenment. You could get this book, Power versus Force, by Dr. David Hawkins, and it calibrates and it shows you the emotions, how it works in our consciousness. So this is how the energy and vibrations work. So when we are aware of our vibration, so we recognize where we are at this continuum. So energy has light and shadow. So they're like archetypes. Archetypes are imprints in our collective consciousness that we create. So the archetypal energy of a victim, a saboteur, a prostitute, and the inner child. These four main archetypes, we are encoded with this because we as collective consciousness experience this, and it's in our archetypal energy system. So everything that we have done, the history, everything that we have thought of, we are all in this, I call it quantum soup, the collective consciousness of humanity. So when we're tapping into the records, we are tapping into this energy, the Akashic fields, where we created all these experiences. So this is really a vast, comprehensive, complex system that we are tapping into. But I'm going to, my intention is to make it simple and really touches to the core of your soul. So then you could transcend your victim consciousness. So that's how we are going through this ascension process. The ascension process is transcending fear into love, changing our vibrations that are not serving our highest good. So our highest good is the highest potential of the soul, which is to be happy, to experience love, joy, peace, all these beautiful virtues that we long for. But it takes us a long time to understand or to process, because our vibrations now are ascending with Mother Earth Gaia. The spirit of Gaia is waking us up. So we are now connecting. We are always interconnected because we are in this collective consciousness. So we are going to ascend our emotional energetic code. So I call it emotional energetic codes. So then these are the emotional energetic codes that we are encoded, and we can transcend and shift these emotional energetic codes. As we evolve and as we assist each other in our ascension. Okay, so let's see. I have the other one here. So as you can see, our Akashic Records is really an amazing tool. So we can tap into all these dimensions that we have, traversed, and we can be attuned to our soul. So then our higher self is activated and it's manifesting its highest potential in this incarnation. So that is your highest potential. So I'm going to touch on, so a quick recap again, because I want you to really understand the procedure, and also what are the things that can help you in your healing. So create a sacred space, get your intention and your questions together. Then you open your Akashic Records with your prayer, say your forgiveness prayer, and then proceed. So ask a question and you could feel the vibration and the inner messages. Or if you're a clairvoyant, you would see a vision. Clairaudient, you would hear messages. Clairsentient, you could feel. If you're your inner knowing, you could feel the energies. You will be feeling. When I started, I didn't feel any energies. Now, when I opened the records, I could feel the heaviness, the blockages of the person's chakras. And so it's also important to study the chakra energy centers when you're doing healing, because every chakra corresponds to the physical illness that you're carrying. For example, if you have problems in your sacral chakra, like reproductive organs, for example, if you have, a tumor in your ovaries, or anywhere in the sacral chakra. So you would recognize energetically you are healing your relationships, because that's where relationship is. Your abundance, your creativity, your passion. So people who are not doing their creativity, they're not doing their passion, they get stuck in that sacral chakra. People who are not manifesting money, they are in the vibrations of scarcity because of the sacral chakra that needs to be healed and clear. So every energy centers that we have, the 7 major energy centers, we need to really understand, so then we can fully function in our highest good. Okay, so we touch on the chakras, and now we can ask these questions about clearing contracts, vows, and agreements. So the signs and symptoms of these blockages is when you feel stuck with your career choice, when you feel constricted in your relationship, when you're having legal litigations or court hearings with another person, you're unable to move forward with your choices, you have conflict with others, unable to manifest money, unable to keep a relationship, fear, your health conditions or illnesses, or you're accident prone. So when you ask this question, when you're having these symptoms, you could ask these following questions. Are there any contracts in other past lives with this person? What types of contracts is there? What is going on in my lifetime right now that is not working? What are the patterns in this contract? Excuse me. What did I agree to? How am I using this contract in this lifetime, in this timeline? What am I getting from this contract? What is my lesson? Did I take a vow of celibacy, poverty, and silence? Am I ready to let go and release this contract from my Akashic records? So with that said, you would be able to feel who are in your contracts and what's going on with your life. And the healer for contracts are the archangels. You could call Archangel Gabriel to release you from any contracts, vows, and agreements. Because we are in this field of spiritual healing, in our past lives we were nuns and monks. So we have taken vows of celibacy, vow of silence, vow of poverty. So usually the spiritual people like us have difficulty in our relationships because we were isolated as monks and nuns. So when we're doing healing, we're recognizing the problems that we have. Like in relationships, we would be able to see why this person is with us and what's going on in our relationship. So you could ask the masters, the archangels and angels, and Archangel Michael cut the cords of any attachments. And Archangel Michael is very powerful. So he is the blue ray or blue light. and he resides in the throat chakra. So Archangel Michael will assist you in cutting the cords of any attachments, any past lives, from being, you know, like when we were witches, like in ancient times, we have the power, the psychic ability and prophecy, and we were stopped from having this power by hanging us, so we feel suffocated. We have this problems of not being able to assert ourselves because we were suppressed. So as goddesses as well, we were hanged, or you know, there's so much negative imprints in our energy system, in our DNA. So we are clearing our DNA as human beings to increase this frequency of light. So we're activating the 12 light strands of our DNA to be able to connect to the Akashic fields in the manifestation stage. We need to really see how these energies are formed in our density. So Archangel Michael, call on him and envision the blue light, especially around your throat chakra, to cut the cords of any attachments to people, places, and things that are not serving your highest good. And when you're clearing, you have to ask for to fill in the void. So always ask for the gift of assertiveness, the gift of courage to be able to speak for your authentic self. So Archangel Michael is one of our healer, and always call on him for protection. So when you enter a room, I actually literally bring in these archangels, these masters of light with me. So I'm kind of like have a league of ascended masters. So this is how you're going to have a relationship with them. Always invoking them and feeling, you know, being aware, scanning the energies around the room. So when you go to your office or anywhere you go, bring these masters of light so you are protected. Because we live in this duality, right? So there's a shadow and light. So it's like yin yang. So this is light, this is shadow. So our existence comprised of the shadow and light. So when we're here, we need to embrace our shadows so we're able to see the light. So we experience these challenges, the conflicts and shadows. We need to be able to observe what are the patterns of our shadows. For example, if we have an addiction, the addict archetype, the archetypes are actually neutral. They come here to teach us and empower us. But because in our collective consciousness, the addict archetype kind of connotes negative energy. but it's actually a very powerful energy for empowerment, because when you're aligned, your mind and your heart, there is no escape for your addiction, because the addiction is the denial of your authentic self. So it is an escape. So when you become congruent with your mind and your heart, then you're able to fully function to your highest potential. And the shadow of the addict energy, the addict archetype, is going, of course, through, the darkness of this shadow. So when we're able to be aware, and we have this faith to totally surrender, embrace this shadow, and be gentle and kind to ourselves, then we can totally forgive ourselves and others. As long as we're not embracing, and we're not being kind to ourselves, we are always resisting and fighting. We're always judging and projecting and blaming. But when we see the other person as us, we are able to see them with kindness. So this is the compassionate wisdom that we need to hold for ourselves when we're doing healing. So when we're asking these masters of light to assist us in our healing, it literally clears the DNA, the energetic imprints, the holographic fields, the bioethereal fields, the crystalline fields of our existence. So you will be amazed that you are going to shift. But before you can go there, you're going through a process that the universe will test you until you are able to attune yourself. So I ask you to be aware of the patterns this week, your cycles, your shadows. So it's literally working with your shadows. So then you can assist and help yourself to transcend the victim consciousness by asking the ascended masters, archangels and angels, your spiritual teams and guides, to help you, to interfere, to interface with the lords of the Akashic records. So as above, so below, as you write your journals, as you rewrite the things that are vibrating in victim consciousness, you are able to transcend that by rewriting the records. So Archangel Metatron rewrite the records with this grace and the blessings of the Lords. So it is a lot of clearing. I've been doing this for 8 years, but every day you are learning something new. You are clearing so many layers, and as you clear, your veil is really getting really thin, because you're now getting into the space of oneness, and there is no separation between me and you. So it is like I'm a projection of your higher self, and you are a projection of my my mission, or my intention in living this lifetime. So we are just one. The teacher and the student is one. Is one energy in this vibration. So in this course, we are going to be together, and if you have any questions, just email me, and at the end of the fourth week, next week, I'm going to be reviewing some questions that are very common, so then I could help you with your healing path. So we're going to close the records and let's get into our space. You can close your eyes. We thank all the Ascended Masters, Archangels and Angels, our higher selves, our body Deva spirits, higher selves. Spiritual teams and guides, the benevolent beings of light, the divas, goddesses, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Saint Germain, for all those masters of light that had helped us, gave us directions, clarity, understanding, freedom, liberation, truth, inner peace, guidance, and healing. Thank you. We ask the Lords of the Akashic Records to close our records. Envision your book of life in front of you with golden pages closing this chapter. Thank you. Thank you, Lords of the Akashic Records, for all this healing, wisdom, knowledge, and information. Thank you. The records are now closed. Envision your book of life closing. The records are now closed. Feel that in your crown chakra. The records are now closed. Thank you so much, beautiful angels, and I wish you all well. Take it easy on yourself. Be gentle. Continue your journey, your journal every day, 10 or 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes per day. If you don't have a question, just go into the Akashic fields and remember to close your records. Thank you so much. Blessings of miracles. Namaste.